Good morning, and how are you? I received a viral video yesterday about Clint Eastwood, who argued that political correctness has gone too far and how he was fed up of walking over on eggshells. I sympathize with Clint Eastwood's sentiment. I too believe that PC has gone too far. I'm sick and tired of walking over broken eggshells. I'm sick and tired of not being able to dialogue on any subject without the white extreme liberals labeling everyone, as phobic this and phobic that. The terminology phobic has been used out of medical and psychological context. It has been abused by the political system. So if you hate, let's say, if you hate some strange group, you're phobic. So it denies the real connotation or the real terminology to that label or that diagnosis. It denies that real definition to that diagnosis, and it's become cheap. So I agree with my hero Clint Eastwood. I love that man. Oh my God. In fact, if I'm honest, I'd have him on my walls. That's how much I love Clint Eastwood. I love these movies. In fact, I've got all these movies, and I will continue to love that man. However, he's let me down, and the reason being is that in his speech, his beautiful speech about political correctness, I noticed that he left out feminism, LGBT, and worst of all, he left out Muslim terrorists. He left the only barrage of attack he had was for black people, and I found that strange. Not Muslim terrorists, not LGBT who wants to change language and heterosexual culture and gay men marrying gay men and gay men adopting children. That he didn't mind. He didn't mind women, feminists, who wants to have had consensual sex. The lesbians brought into law that she had the right to then claim it was rape. Even though it was consensual sex, he didn't mind all that. He didn't mind you having to change language in the workplace. So Clint Eastwood, I was quite shocked that he left his total attack for black people. No language is being changed because of black people. No heterosexual culture has been challenged because of black people. He never even attacked one Muslim terrorist, not one LGBT. The biggest force and change of modern day civilization is LGBTQ, not black people. Do you know, after the Manchester bombing, I'll send all these videos in a second, as long as YouTube allows it for copyright purposes. But did you know white people still loved the Muslim terrorist? Did you know even the white families wouldn't even say Muslim terrorist? Oh, that individual. Can you imagine if it was black people that did that? Anyone who knows me in my subscribing, anyone who follows me, will know that rarely do I ever, how can I put this? Rarely do I deal with issues regarding to race. there's a long story for that. You have to look at the other videos to see the reason why I see black people as a wasted cause. But this time, I had to really wake up, because I began to realize that Muslims were doing terrorism, and yet white people were loving them. Do you know Everyday Grande, according to Milo, she was still pro-Islam after the Muslim tried to kill her. She was still pro-Islam. I'd explain that concept, that people try to kill you and white people still love them. What I found shocking in Clint Eastwood's video, the comments I read, not one person mentioned LGBT. They're all attacking black people. Yeah, I want to use this. I want to say a word. I hate these black gorillas. Not one person mentioned Muslim. Talk about political correctness. A Muslim bombs you, and you can't say it's a Muslim. You have to love them. If I find the videos, I'm going to post it, and you look at how the white victims love the Muslim terrorist. Have you ever loved the murderer of your family or the enemy of your family? No, you would not. Yet white people loved the Muslim terrorist. How do you explain that? If you dare speak against a Muslim terrorist, even though the terrorist, you are a hater. Is that how much white people are scared of Muslims? Is that how they're terrified? Is that how you subdue the white race, by bombing them into cowardliness? Is that the level of white people's fear for Islam? That even if you speak the truth, they will bomb you to submission. Clint Eastwood, all his attack was on black people. Not one on the force of feminism, not one condemnation on LGBTQ, not one condemnation on Muslims and the newscasters, all the Fox News. Yes, black people, black people never change any language. The fiercest attack on modern day Europe and America and civilization is white feminism and Muslims and LGBTQ, not black people. Black people are too sick killing each other. Black people are too sick carrying out abortion on each other. Black people are doing the job of the KKK. Black men killing each other. Black men are not a threat. Black men are too stupid and uneducated and illiterate. It's the Muslims that white people should be fearing, not black people. Black people are too stupid. Black people won't even support each other's business. Why do you think I don't speak positively on black issues? Because black people are a wasted cause. And yet the world see black people as a threat. Let me show you a clip of this video. It's going to shock you. The link I will put into my description box. However, I hope I can send this link. This is Piers Morgan speaking the truth about Muslims, and look at how the white victims, white families run to rally to protect these Muslim terrorists. Now, I want to share the comparison. They talk about white civilization is under attack by black people. They begin to realize something doesn't add up, because Muslims are the biggest threat, LGBTQ and white feminism. No language has been changed because of black people. The only thing that the people want is to call us niggers, and that's it. That's not going to change the whole civilization or language. So what's wrong with Clint Eastwood? I mean, I love that man. I've still got his movies. I'll always watch his movies. But he's gone doolally. Muslims are the biggest threat. Why did not Clint Eastwood mention Muslims? Why did he not mention LGBTQ? Why did he not mention the force of white feminism that is crucifying The white males are committing suicide in the mass because of white feminism, but no white man says anything about it. This is the hypocrisy of it all.
Anti-Muslim thing, but I think also if it turns out to be another ISIS sympathiser or ISIS operative that's done this, at some point there has to be a more concerted effort by the Muslim community, not just here but in every country, to root out these people whose brains have been completely warped into thinking that this is the way that they should be behaving.
At the moment, I don't know if that's helping the families today. So I think
it might help families next week.
I think this is anger, and I think that's what we should not do today.
I don't know. I think anger is the right emotion. I do.
Well, for you, maybe.
I think there is so much grief that is being experienced at the shop and this morning. There's mums and dads and families who've lost someone today.
Yeah,
and there's others who are looking. And I think all of us feel affected by that, don't we?
It's a shock. It's just a shock. You just don't think it's going to...
It's your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
It's your worst nightmare.
You send your child... You may have there'll be mums and dads who've dropped their children off at Manchester Arena last night, and perhaps it was their first gig. Perhaps it was, as you say, your daughter saying, I want to go and see her, why don't we ever go and see her? Well, some, parents will have said yes last night. I mean, it's horrific for any of us to imagine.
It is. I woke up this morning and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what had happened. It's awful. Absolutely terrible, but we just have to think of all the wonderful people and all the things they did last night in Manchester, opening up hotels so that people could go and stay, and all the hospitals working all through the night, people's homes, people helping one another. How wonderful is that? Love has to come through all this and not hate. We have to remember all the good things that people are doing and not concentrate on hate.
We do, but we have to tackle the hate too, eventually. We
can't blame just one set of, we can't blame one.
Individual.
It's just an individual thing. It's not,
It's not though, is it? It's not an individual thing. It's an ideology that's being spread globally. And it's killing a lot of people. And by the way, the number one target for these people are other Muslims. 90% of all the terror victims in this world right now are Muslims.
Look, we appreciate you coming in. I know that wasn't the purpose of you coming, but you're based in Manchester.
Exactly. All the families.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Well, if you're just tuning in and just waking up and you didn't know what was happening,
Notice how the Muslims were protected, not the victims. Not the victim's family, the Muslims. I will cast your mind back to Lee Rigsby, the soldier who had his head cut off by a black Muslim. In my next video, I want to deal with the subject, why there's so many black Muslim haters and not white ones, but that I will cover later. And when this black, savage cut off the head of Lee Rigsby, oh my God, this is one black savage. The whole of England was anti-black. They didn't mind mentioning, the Muslim denied this black savage was a Muslim. He wasn't now a Muslim. Get away, fellas, get away. We don't know you. We don't know you. Do the bombing for us, but you're a savage. You're not really a Muslim by birth, so clear off. But the tension in England, my mother was so concerned. I live in a white area. The mother says, oh, be careful, because I live in a white area. And the tension, oh my God, when I went out, etc., you could feel the vibe, the hate. When I went to Shrewsbury is known to be a racist area, I had to get out within 4 minutes. And that's because of one black person, one black savage, cut the head of Lee Rigsby. The Muslims, white people continue to support their business. White people continue to walk into their shops and give them money. Please, white people, what's going on? If you're really scared of Muslims, what are you doing supporting their business? Why don't you stop supporting their business? If that was black people, our business would have closed down like that. But the white people, they're still supporting Muslims. They still do. Shh. don't mention Muslim terrorists. Oh, it's an individual. It's an individual. There's no race, no religion. It's an individual that done it. You know, Islam is peace. You look at all my videos and you will see Islam is not peace. You watch my videos and you will see Islam is. Do you know? Let me tell you how crafty Muslims are. I have a troll who called me nigger. He called me gorilla. Same words that, you know, the people that were following Clint Eastwood were leaving behind their commentaries. And this Muslim would say, this is what you're calling me. This is not what I'm calling you. This is what white people think of you. You're a nigger, you're a coon, you're a black bastard. But if I became a Muslim, I'm no longer a nigger. I'm no longer a coon. That's how they use crafty, they're racist, but they pretend, not us saying it, this is how white people do it. This is how white people think of me. I have no respect for Muslims who are practicing Islam. I have no respect for them. I say it publicly, I'm not a cowardly white person. I'm not a cowardly black person. As the speaker of truth, I have a right to talk the truth and defend the truth, no matter who it offends. I'm not going to end up a robot, can't even dialogue. When the Muslims want to insult people, they can do it. LGBT, they can do it. Feminists, they can do it. How is it the white males and black people can't speak the truth? Why is it it's white males and black people who can't speak the truth? Think about that for a moment. White feminists, LGBTQ, Muslims, they can insult and change language. But white males and black people are the real victims in this world. Think about it for a moment.